Welcome learners for the lecture 12 of a cosmology. Today we consider as a that is the second unit will be considered in a second video. First of all, introduction will be given, that is the Robertson Walker matrix. After that, first point will be given as an introduction. After that introduction, they will be divided in the three part. First part will be given in a first lecture, that is considered as a cosmological principle. They will be state or that they will be depending on the steady state theory. Okay, after that we consider as a second part of a first point, that is the Hubble law. Okay, this Hubble law is a very important in the point of view of your exam. Okay, exam point of view, Hubble law is very important because ask the questions about the Hubble law. First time will be given as a 5 marks question, given as a last 5 questions in the your exam paper. Okay, then what is Hubble law? In the night, if we look at the sky, we observe the universe filled with a star, galaxies, and the cluster of a galaxies seems to be steady and unchanging. But in the illusion, astronomical observation reveals that the spectrum of the galaxies is shifted toward the red end of a spectrum. Okay, this red shift is due to the Doppler effect and efforts the expansion of the intergalactic space, that is called as the galaxies are receding from us. Okay, that will be shown in the night. Sky will be look like as a night, that will be observed in the universe filled with the much of the stars, some of these galaxies, and some will be given as a cluster of a galaxies, same as a steady and unchanging. Suppose we see in the night, they will be considered as a steady, they does not go to the one part to the another part, they does not change in as a velocity. But in the universe, they continuously consider as a not a steady, it will be considered as a moving in the part, but our eyes see they will be steady in this form. Okay, then astronomical observations show that spectrum of galaxy shifted towards the red of the end of the spectrum. This redshift is considered as a unit first, that will be expanding to the Doppler effect. Okay, this redshift is considered in the form of a Doppler effect, and it will be considered as a intergalactic space. Okay, this will be considered receding from us. This means that the universe is not a steady for the violent expansion. Redshift one can be get the distance for the every promote object from their velocity. On this basis, Hubble's compare the distance of the galaxies with their respective concluded that there is a linear relation between velocity and distance. Means this one galaxy is a given to the form, one galaxy is in a one point, they will be moved in a other form. This is called as a some distance will be given, and this distance travel is called as a time. Hence it will be, you know, that distance upon time will be given as a form, that is a velocity. Hence velocity concept is providing this part of the form. Okay, this will be considered. They show to the Hubble's astronomical observation reveals that the spectrum of the galaxies is shifted towards the red end of a spectrum. This red shift is due to the Doppler effect and give the expansion of this form, and galaxies will be shown. This means that the universe is in a state of the violet expansion. They consider as a Hubble and given to the relation between velocity and distance in this form. Velocity of a recession of a galaxy is directly proportional to the distance of a galaxy. Means the velocity of a recession of a galaxy is directly proportional to the distance of a galaxy. Means a redshift z, this is expressed as a form, that is a z equals to delta lambda upon lambda, or directly proportional to the L, or z equals to delta lambda upon lambda equals to L by C H0. Z is called as a redshift parameter. Lambda is called as a wavelength of the light emitted by the distant galaxy. L is called as the astronomical distance of a galaxy from us. H0 is called as a Hubble constant. And C is the velocity of light will be given in this form, that will be C is generated velocity of light. This law is called as a Hubble law. Means consider in this form that will be generated, that is a consider first part, that is a z equals to delta lambda upon lambda equal directly proportional to the L. Okay, and the recent estimate of a H0 Sandage 1972 is given by 1 by H0 value will be given, that is a 1.8 plus minus 0.2 into 10 to the power 10 light years, means 10 we will consider as a 10 this light year will be shown. Okay, the right side in the age of universe will be given in this form. For the Hubble constant will be generated. The implications of the law is interesting. If the galaxies are moving upward, then one they must have been the closer together. Nothing in this form, this equation will be shown, that will be generated in this form, that is a z equals to delta lambda upon lambda equals to or directly proportional to the L in this form. Okay, this all the matter in the universe must have been a center at a one point, which is a situations before Big Bang, taking into account to the value of a H0 the time since the galaxies begin to the move apart from the 20,000 million year, which is the age of the universe. It will be given as a exactly to the form. Then this exactly of the form means given as a Hubble constant. Hubble constant will be given to the equation, that is 10 to the power 10 years in this form, that is a 20,000 million year of the age. Okay, this will all show to the Hubble constant. Then next C part of the first point, introduction part, that is the assumptions in the deriving non-static model. See, consider a non-static line element ds square equals to g dx to the present the mathematical model of the Robertson showing in 1929 to 1935, means a 6 year of the experience, 6 year of their work in the cosmological form, that is the Robertson Walker model. Consider made a simple assumptions about the universe, that is from a large scale point of view the universe is a specially homogeneous and isotropic. To suit isotropy of the model, the coordinate system is, it means that the matter filling the space itself as a coordinate system. How it is possible? They given as the mathematical model in the universe in this form of a Robertson, but it will be actually show in this form, that is a velocity of matter is zero everywhere. The time coordinate t is such that at each instant of the matrix is the same over all space. Due to isotropy of the model, all direction in the universe is equivalent, which should to the form, that is the G41, G42, G43 equals to 0 in this form. Then equation 1.2 gives to the form, that is a assumption form, to show, that is the ds square equals to minus g alpha beta dx to the power alpha dx to the power beta plus g44 dx to the power 4 bracket square alpha beta, consider as a 1 2 3, any number will be given as a, okay, this equation will be shown, where for a convenience we denote the special line element, that is the dl square equals to g alpha beta, means a dx to the power alpha dx to the power beta. Then coordinate such that g11 equals to 1 given as the form, let x to the power 4 equals to t. Then equation 3 become, that is a ds square equals to, same condition will be given, that is a minus dl plus dt square will be considered, that is equals to minus g alpha beta dx to the power alpha dx to the power beta plus dt square. This about existence of a global time coordinate t, which is the Gaussian coordinate number. Okay, a matrix such as that the space time is the separable into space and global time will be considered. Some given moment of a matter will be rest in the three space. Okay, assumption of a homogeneity and isotropy of the universe is equivalent to condition. First is the visible universe is the isotropy. The galaxies gives no indications that there are any preferred directions for the discussion. This local isotropy implies that in a spherical polar coordinate, we write to the equation in this form and given to the equation 1.5. Okay, this all equation consider ds square equals to minus dl square plus dt square. Put up all this value and solve to the equation where g does not depend on the 0 and 0 because of the assumption isotropic of a free space and depend only on r and t. Okay, the visible universe is a homogeneous. First is the isotropic will be considered, and the next is the visible universe is a homogeneous. Any two points in the three space at the given fixed time are equivalent. These equivalent, that is two observers at a two different points observe a similar physics. Hence the ratio of a proper distance element at the 2 points r1 theta 1 plus phi 1 same as a form r2 theta 2 and phi 2 in the space must be independent at a time. It's a e to the power n r1 t upon e to the power n r2 t. Consider independence of a time, that is the e to the power g r1 t minus g r2 t depending on the time as well as the universe. Okay, this will be the form. Means a g r1 t minus g r1 t consider equals to function of r1 and r2 f of r1 r2 consider. Means a g r1 t equals to f consider is a form r1 r2 plus g r2 t. This is a mistake, not a r1 r2 will be given. For a fixed value of a r2 above gives to the equation g r1 t equals to f r1 plus g t will be considered. Then equation will be showing to the form, that is the g r t equals to f r plus g t will be generated in this form for the fixed value of a r2 in this equation. This is your second and third point that will be considered to the form that is generated to the part, consider it to the value that will be considered as a form cosmological principle will be shown.